sir, can I get your full name and date of birth?
Jesse Mendoza, 11/14/74.
All right. Mr. Mendoza, the state does want to make an appearance in this case with respect to release conditions, and I will allow her to do that. Your appearance, ma'am?
Tara Procco appearing on behalf of the state.
All right. All right, sir, you're here on a new Superior Court case. You're being charged with the following. One count of leaving the scene of an accident involving death or serious injury. It's a Class 3 felony. One count of failing to stay at the scene of an accident involving a death or serious injury. It's a Class 3 felony. One count of failing to render aid at the scene of an accident, a Class 6 felony. One count of tampering with physical evidence, a Class 6 felony. One count of driving on a suspended license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. One count of failing to give information at the scene of an accident, a Class 3 misdemeanor. And one count of failing to show your driver's license at the scene of an accident, a Class 3 misdemeanor. And, sir, I did not find probable cause in that very last charge of failing to show your driver's license. I didn't find that the information I was provided rose to probable cause in that charge. But I did find probable cause in all the remaining charges. All right. The state does, sir, want to put on the record their position with respect to release conditions, and I will allow that to happen. All right. So, counsel, anytime you're ready.
Your Honor, I believe that was a victim impact statement possibly for this matter. If that is the case, I would just like to see it first before.
Sure. Let me read it first, okay, and then I'll give it to you. And does this victim does want to speak? Okay.
In that case, then I would ask for that the victim have an opportunity to speak before we address the court.
Okay. Okay, for everybody in the courtroom, including Mr. Mendoza, we're going to have a victim that is going to speak on the record. Everybody's head needs to be facing forward, okay? Nobody can look back. I'm going to be watching, okay? So everybody keep your faces forward. Okay. All right. I'm ready for the victim to make the statement. I believe the microphone is on now. Sir, I just told you, keep your face forward, all right?
We didn't hear you, Judge. Did you say something?
Yes, I'm ready for the victim to make a statement.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mr. Mendoza, we just want to let you know that that was a 12-year-old boy that you hit at a 25 miles per hour residential area speeding 45 miles an hour in your truck. We went up to the victim, which is my nephew, and we just saw his raw body on the street and him gasping for air with a broken skateboard and a missing shoe. He was bleeding from his ears, from his mouth, and from his nose. If it wasn't for the victim that had saw him, if it wasn't for the witness that had saw him, we would have had my nephew with no justice, and he is still at the hospital with 3 TBIs, a laceration in the spleen, a broken rib, and not cognitively functioning. He is receiving speech, he's receiving physical therapy, he's receiving occupational therapy, he is not talking. He is not my nephew, he is not Adrian. He is not the 12-year-old boy before you hit him and then left the scene. We are done, Judge.
All right. Thank you very much, and I do appreciate you coming down and participating. And be assured, I will take all of your comments into consideration with respect to my release conditions.
Judge, one more thing, sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
When the news came, they had showed the truck on the TV, and we had seen that the windshield had blue tape on it. And there was a broken headlight as well, and that was fixed. So we just wanted to let you know that it seems as if it was covering up evidence.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Can you please not release him because he is a danger to society? He will do it again.
All right. Thank you, ma'am, for your comments. Do you want to address that?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you, and I appreciate the victim's comments in this matter. Certainly, they provided a little bit more information regarding the very serious nature of the injuries involved in this case, more information than we had, just limited to the probable cause statement. Given the fact that this matter does involve the hit and run, it's a juvenile victim, as was stated, a 12-year-old who suffered very serious injuries. It sounds like possibly permanent injuries. We do believe that a bond is appropriate. I understand that the suspect came forward. However, he came forward 2 days after the fact. So we don't know what led up to it. If this was a DUI case, he has 2 prior DUI matters that I'm aware of, and other vehicular matters leading the state to believe that he is a danger to society in general, not even above and beyond just the offense that we're here with today. So given that, I do believe that a bond is appropriate in order to both ensure his appearance at future court hearings as well as to protect the public. We are asking that bond in this matter be set in the amount of $100,000, and if the suspect is able to post this, that he be released to pretrial services under house arrest with alcohol monitoring. I understand that alcohol is not involved in the charges that we have here before us today. However, given his history and the fact that we have another vehicular matter here before us, we do believe that that's appropriate.
All right. Thank you, counsel. I appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Mendoza, I am going to take into consideration the statements that were made by the alleged victim in this case, along with the position of the state. Have reviewed the circumstances of this alleged offense very carefully. I have looked at your criminal history. I am going to set bond in this case at $100,000, and that will be secured, so you can use a bail bonding company to post it if you need to do that. Now, Arizona law does not allow me to hold you non-bondable, so I do have to set a bond in this case, but it will be $100,000. If you do post that bond, sir, you're going to be released from custody, but you will be supervised through pretrial services. I am going to order alcohol monitoring and testing, drug testing and monitoring, and you would be released with an ankle monitor on your release. I will order that you not have any contact or any physical contact with any alleged victim in this case, no contact with any witnesses or arresting officers. Do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol if you're released from custody. And make sure the court has proof of the local current address if you do bond out of custody. All right? Step to the right, sir, and sign for your paperwork.